Hello everyone, thanks for clicking on this video. If you're planning on doing your own housing transfer on the DSi, I'll give an overview of what to expect because this process did take some time. But even if you're not, I hope you find something useful. There are all types of secondhand DSs out there, and I bought mine, a non-functioning 2008 DSi, several years ago for $20. It was luckily just a dead battery. Still, I wanted to change up the scratched up, off-white, grungy appearance to something that was genuinely custom. I was going to simply opt for a case or decal, and an abundance of time over summer gave me the excuse to do a full case swap. I mainly followed the iFixit guide online along with a couple of YouTube videos, and you just need a small Phillips head screwdriver and ample patience to take this thing apart. Honestly, the repairability is a breath of fresh air compared to modern electronics. There is a bountiful number of third-party DS housings and even some available from Nintendo directly, averaging around 20 bucks. It shouldn't be too much of a hassle to get your hands on. Now we'll get into the guts of the operation. Taking the DSi apart went pretty smoothly and I got it done in around 3 hours. There was a sticky buildup on the motherboard that wouldn't come off with water, but I just left it alone since there's nothing operationally wrong with it. When I worked the rolled up ribbon cables out of the cylindrical hinge though, I knew it would be much more difficult to reverse. Sure enough, this one task took as long as the entire disassembly.
Dang, bro, that was so easy.
I really don't have a good way to quantify how much it stalled me because I had to take the thing apart more than once to make sure the ribbon cable connectors were seated properly. I also had to take off the old SD card slot cover because the one that came with the case just completely snapped off. So I just had to go in there and then swap it out with the original. My whole life has led up to this moment. Let's see what happens.
Alright, now it's time for the moment of truth. And it'd be pretty astonishing, I'm not gonna lie, if this thing still works. Bro! It's not turning on. Alright, after the last time when it didn't boot up, I just took it apart again. Yeah, so basically what happened is the white screen on top wasn't displaying anything. You know, something's getting through, like power at least. So I just reseated the ribbon cable. Hopefully it's just because I didn't put it in correctly. Please. Maybe it just won't turn on at all.
By this point, I was on my wit's end, but I was not about to let this thing get the better of me.
Alright, somehow it's working less than before, so I reset all the cables like twice, and when I try to power it on, it's just white screens at the bottom. So top one probably like is broken, or probably like screwed up the ribbon cable, like bent it or torn it, whatever, like stretched it maybe. So that's probably why it's not working. So I'm have to go in there anyway, but dude, it's not even powering on now. So you know, I've spent probably like over 8 hours on this project last few days. And I'm just gonna put it away for now. I mean, hey, it's a nice piece of vanity though, right? Looks pretty nice. But yeah, I guess that was the video, you know. Failure is always good. So, alright. Thank you guys for watching. Bro, it's literally, wait, what time is it? It's 5:17, bro. Okay, in the morning. Dude, I literally wanted to just reseat everything one time to make sure that was really the ribbon cable that was broken, right? And dude, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Oh my gosh. You guys will not believe it. Yo, it completely works. Yes, it works. Look, you can see yourself right there. Woo! That's me. Not doing a face reel today. The ribbon cables like weren't seated properly. Like they had a lot more room that I was able to insert them in, because there are these little like protruding tabs on the end, and you're able to insert them all the way up like onto there. So like those are kind of the stoppers. So like you know that they're fully inserted. So I just got my tweezers right here. I got these tweezers, pulled them a little bit into place, and they actually did move into place. So like what I'm thinking is they either weren't in all the way, or they were like slightly at an angle, so that's why it was shorting out, because the contacts were touching multiple when they're only supposed to be like 1-to-1. So that's my theory on it. But yeah, dude, like this is crazy. I literally thought that this would be a failed video and like I would have to come back to it later and eventually fix it, you know, like reroute those freaking ribbon cables through that part again. So I don't have to do that. I actually can't believe this is a success. Like this doesn't really feel real. And actually I think this color scheme looks pretty good because you know you have the white borders on it, but you also have the white SD card slot. I haven't uploaded in so long, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this video.
I was just grateful to still have the handheld turn on after all the tinkering. Overall, it was a very fulfilling project because coming into it, I had only changed a couple of iPhone screens. My biggest takeaway was from how sturdy the ribbon cables were. I thought those things would snap like that kid who did the whip nene, but now those things held up through my frustration. In all sincerity, I do hope you guys attempt a project similar to this because anything challenging is worth doing and you just might divert a device from its destiny of the landfill. Thank you all for watching, like and subscribe if you like, and I hope you have a good one.